Oh, the energy, the tension, the excitement, the electricity. Let's get ready. Buckle up, everybody. It should be a fun one tonight on the ice for EA Sports. Enough talk, enough hype. Let's do this. Your first period is set to go. And here we go. The game's underway. Moves the puck along the half wall. And he can't hang on after that hit. Ottawa's gained the line and into the zone. Vancouver's got the puck in their own end. Miller's stick handling in his own zone. Good reach for the stick to knock the puck away. Massive collision in the open ice.
You want to send a message to your opponent early in the game, and that early delivery of a bone-crushing hit, that does just that.
Tape-to-tape feed on the blue line. Can't keep a hold of it as he's jostled off the puck. Stones him in front. And the puck stopper hangs on to get a breather here for the team. Well, a huge face-off coming up here.
Well, you know that you want to gain possession and you want to keep the pressure on because the goaltender is the only one who can't change, and he is the most fatigued guy on the ice. So you want to find ways to get some net front presence, get shots through the net because, man, he needs a rest.
Can't complete the pass as it goes off a stick. Slides the puck over to Batherson. Shot! That's gloved by Demko. And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up. Still game. We've still got zeros on the board. Vancouver's got possession here in their own end. Tosses it on to Garland. Here's a short pass to Mikheyev. Shuts it down with the paddle. What a stop.
What a fantastic save from a high-danger scoring area, James. And, I mean, he's bailing his team out. They have to do a better job of protecting the middle of the ice.
Centers are lined up, and we are ready to resume. Ottawa's got a hold of the puck. Taken by Giroux. With some open space at center. Denied by the goaltender. Vancouver's got the puck along the boards. Along the side, here they come through the neutral zone. Ottawa's got the puck. Oh, those boards rattled after that hit. Wow!
And he's rattled as well, James. I mean, we knew that hit was coming, and then all of a sudden, boom, and he's down for the count.
Past the midway mark of the frame. Still scoreless in this one. Lafferty's won the faceoff here in the offensive zone. And he takes a shot. And the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net. Ottawa's going to start with the puck in their own end. Here they come. Quick pass to Kubalik. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one.
Shooters work so hard in practice and getting the wrister off fast and hard, James. And this goaltender, he gets across quick and makes the stop.
We got a stoppage. Let's get the call. Kubalik's getting called for 2 minutes here by the officials. And the man advantage unit comes out to go to work.
First power play of the game and an opportunity to go up by one. And analytics will tell you, when you score first, chances are you win the game.
And that's some great pressure in the offensive end by Besser. We got a penalty coming up here on the play. There's the whistle, and here's the call. Sanderson's pick on the play has resulted in an interference penalty. Vancouver's got a 5-on-3, and the clock's their BFF here.
With all this time on the 5-on-3, yes, you can be more patient, but you don't want to get lulled to sleep on the outside. You have to move the coverage a little bit outside of the middle of the ice to be able to open up those lanes and execute.
Some good stick work to force that turnover. And he takes the feed. Big time blocker stopped by Ottinger. Clearing attempt. And he's able to move the puck across the blue line and out of harm's way. Vancouver's got it in their own zone. Takes the feed in the middle of the ice. And that shot dies in traffic. Big time save by Ottinger.
I love this save, James. And overnight on the play! Wow! That's a true competitor's save. Just when you think that he's completely out of it, James, he comes across with a desperation save to keep his team alive.
They just keep coming in waves here in the offensive end. Gets it out of his own end. Vancouver's got a hold of the puck now. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. Puts it on net. Oh, gets a little piece of it and keeps it out of the net. And that's intercepted by Chabot. Gaining momentum up along the side. Can't keep a hold of it. Takes a bump but still hangs on to the puck. Denies that opportunity. Vancouver's got it in their own zone. The Wildcats get a hold of the puck in their own end. They try to maintain possession inside the defensive zone. There you go. Period number 1 is done. We're going to come back in just a quick moment with period number 2. Stay with us.
Hey fans, don't forget to find those walk-offs throughout the arena.
A chance for both teams to refuel. They're back on the ice, and period number 2 is about set to go. Still zeros on the board as we are now underway in the second. Well, Cheryl, we got 20 minutes under our belts in this one. How do you sum up the performance? It's in the back of the net. He scores!
You know it's a hard shot when the goaltender gets a big piece of it, but it still trickles in.
Vancouver's gone in front here in the second, but it took a while.
And it can change the mindset when you're up against a goaltender who's making a ton of saves. You're trying to find goals, and sometimes you can overthink it. When you put one by the tender, all of a sudden it starts to get a little bit easier as you play a little freer and the stick isn't as tight.
Slick feed. Denies him!
A nice save that he didn't have trouble with, James, as he's able to read that quick release shot.
Over the line they come. Dumps it in. Ottawa's got a hold of it along the wall. Takes the feed. Fires it. Oh, and it stays out as he gets a piece of that one. Vancouver's got control of the puck. And that's poked away in the offensive zone by Tarasenko. Picked up along the boards by Chychrun. Picks up the puck in his own end. Quick feed to Giroux. Looks to set up at the point now. Vancouver's in transition. Here's a shot. Oh, you gotta love the effort as he blocks that. Taken along the wall by Besser. And the puck leaves the zone going back to center ice. Vancouver's got a hold of it against the wall. Here they come up along the wing. Garland's got it deep in the offensive end. Moves it quickly over to Soucy. Denies him on the play.
Ottinger is able to make that save look easy, James. It's because he gets to the top of his crease, he cuts down his angles, and then he can redirect it to safety.
Moves it to DeBrusque. Shot! Nice save from point-blank range. Goaltender hangs on for the whistle. Well past the midway mark of this period, 1-0 the score. The Wildcats win the draw and they go on the attack here in the offensive zone. Makes the save again! And he takes the feed. Big time stop.
Demko's in a great position to be able to make that stop, James. That's in a high-scoring area. It's a threat, grade A, and he makes the stop.
Quick shot! Just wide. Ottawa's got the puck in the defensive end. Gains the zone on the left wing. Takes a shot. Denied by the goaltender. Cole's moving it ahead. Handles the puck. Oh, he got a piece of it to keep it out. Takes it across the blue line. And he loses possession of the puck after trying to make one too many moves.
It almost looked as if he was going to get by the defender, but that extra move took his space away, and it goes the other way.
And nearing the final minute of the second. Oh, and he makes another save! Ottawa's gained possession along the boards. Takes the puck. Handles the pass. Makes the save! There's the horn, bringing period number 2 to an end. 40 minutes down, 20 to go. Third period action is coming up. Fans are buzzing. Teams are gliding into position here for the start of the third. They have dropped the puck here in the third. Well, 2 periods down. Here we go with the third period. Cheryl, your assessment so far?
The Wildcats have had a ton of grade A scoring chances. They just haven't been able to solve the goaltender. They can't get frustrated. I really like their play. They just got to stick with the game plan and continue to attack the net. Well, the bench doesn't like this call, James. It's untimely to say the least with that 1-goal lead. Now, the PK unit, they got to get out there and they got to do a job.
Demko's got that light work zone ability, which means he can get a read on the shooter and square himself up to the shot to make the save.
Ottawa's won the faceoff. Oh, a true warrior to block that. They get it out of the defensive end. Trying to get something going here with this man advantage as they start from their own end. Quick pass to Tkachuk. And that's off a stick. Vancouver's going to be able to kill a few seconds off now with the puck. And they manage to clear it. The Wildcats scoop it up along the boards. Tkachuk's gaining momentum. From the left side, it moves to the middle of the ice. Turns him away. And the puck clears the zone. Ahead of steam now towards the front. Getting a little physical there with that collision.
Besser's almost out of the box.
Great poke by Giroux. And he loses control of the puck. And the power play unit comes up empty on that one. Stopped by the goaltender. Scores! Well, a little puck luck on that one as it bounces off someone in front. We're still in the early stages of this period. We are all tied up in this one. Locks them up on the draw as they take possession. Nice stick work to knock the puck loose. And that's knocked away. Tenacious battle for the puck along the wall. Scooped up along the wall by Tarasenko. Great save from in tight.
There's no question the goaltenders know who the shooters are in the league and what style of shot they take, and he's able to get a perfect read on the shooter here. That quick release shot, he knew that wrister was coming all day long.
The Wildcats will play it in their own end. Tries to get the puck over to Cousins. Ottawa's on the attack. Here's a short pass to Chychrun. Hammers the shot. Coughs up the puck after that hit. Vancouver's moving it along the wing. A spirited battle along the boards for the puck. Pokes it away in his own end. Ottawa's going to play the puck from behind the cage. Gaining momentum along the wing. Vancouver's got the puck. Long reach breaks up the momentum. And he takes the dish. Grabbed along the boards by Lindholm. Denies him with the pad. And some good footwork to kick it away. And the home side is nervous. Look at this pressure here in the offensive end. And they skated out of the danger zone. Broken up with the stick in the defensive end. Garland's picking up steam. Vancouver's on the attack. And now it's grabbed by Giroux.
People and fans complain that low-scoring games are boring, but not this one. There's been a lot of high-quality chances on both sides. It's been a very entertaining game.
Looks for breakout options behind his own cage.
Mikheyev's last play was a tough one, James. He loses his balance, which makes it difficult for him to corral the puck and get it off with precision, but he makes the play.
Vancouver's got the puck along the wall. Read it perfectly and breaks up the play. Picked up along the wall by Tkachuk. The Wildcats have it now. Less than 60 seconds left here in the final frame. Sends the pass in front. Blocked shot. Quick feed to Miller. Now a quick pass to Besser. And he gives it over to Miller. Knocks the puck loose. Taken by Larson. Textbook poke check by Tarasenko. Angles it over to Cousins. The Wildcats take it along the wall. Shot! And that's off target as it hits a body. Up the neutral zone now. The Wildcats get a hold of the puck in the open ice. There's the whistle as the puck goes into the back of the net, but I think they're going to call this off as the play was blown dead beforehand. And we are just moments away from overtime. All right, listen to this place. The electricity so thick you could cut it with a knife. Sudden death, overtime. The puck is dropped. Let's go. Oh, stopped it. What a save on the play.
And there's nothing technical about that. That is all about the will to find a way to make that save incredible, James. Such an impressive save, James. I love to look at these ones again because it's not just being in great position, it's being desperate. It's finding a way to get to the puck, keeping your eye on it at all times, tracking it, out-battling and out-willing everyone around you.
A big face-off here inside the offensive end. Vancouver's won the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. And that shot gets caught in traffic. Can end it in overtime. Oh, what a save, and we'll play on here in OT.
Oh, you don't get many opportunities to be the overtime hero, James. He cannot believe that he missed this one.
And he had an answer with that save. The Wildcats gain control of the puck. Ottawa's got control of it now here in the offensive end. And a nice save there as play continues. Stars! Your overtime winner! They end it! And a look at the overtime hero. What a night!
The key factor on this goal is having the patience to wait for net front presence to take away the eyes of the goaltender who can't see it or track it. And then that shot comes with confidence, makes its way to traffic to the back of the net.
Fun night at the rink, and for all of us here on the EA Sports team, I'm James Cebulski. Good night.